Dhyana means meditation, to meditate. Now, how do we meditate? On what do we meditate? Of course, we meditate upon God, on God. But at times we try, when we learn meditation, we meditate upon things, upon objects. Let's say a rose, right? Because we learn to concentrate, and then later we can start meditation upon the form of God. Jusqu'à nous arrive à une situation and stage that we don't need any form of God or any object to meditate. We can connect directly to the Supreme One. Okay, so it comes in different levels, and there are various types of meditation as well. But Sri Satya Sai has put emphasis on, and Sekinopel silent sitting. I don't think it is there. So, and say he has put emphasis on silent sitting, few minutes, 5 to 10 to 15 minutes, we keep silent, right? And he has put emphasis on light meditation, right? As I said, there are many other types of meditation, but Sri Satya Sai met l'emphase sur these two things, especially the light meditation. Light meditation, say you have a light, a flame in front of you, and then you focus on it. Et après, nous fait comme si light la passe dans tout parti, nous l'écho, etc. Right? So this is one of the easiest way of meditation. So dhyanam, meditation. Why do we do that? Meditation. Well, yeah, so the ultimate aim is liberation, no doubt. But we get many other benefits also from meditation. Apart from getting moksha, we have a good health, we remain calm, right? So there are many other benefits as well. So to gain awareness of this power that we have, the power of doing meditation in us, but we need to be aware of it. We need to discover it, to refine it. We must join the company of the holy. Sekinopil satsang. We need to have good company, right? He must strive in sadhana. Sadhana. He must practice japam and dhyana, right? Through the meditation, right, man must seek to see and understand the universal Shakti. Shakti is the female aspect of God, no? The universal Shakti. That is the power, the supreme, the greatest energy, the divine. Through meditation, we can reach that, right? The method of dhyana in a beaucoup façon pour faire, right? We need to choose a place which should be a little elevated from the ground. Parce que quand nous pouvons assis directement en bas, nous pas se poser assis directement. Tous les temps, nous mettons quelque chose sur nos assise, soit une natte, soit une éponge, whatever thing. But the best thing, longtemps, je peux servir deer skin. Pâté dans la toile, bien sûr, ou bien a white cloth, thin white cloth, ou bien on a gross mat, right? Oh, we always need that. Parce que nous pas capable d'assis directement sur la terre qui fait toute l'énergie qui nous gagne, la terre risque. Right? Il pourrit toute l'énergie, so we need that mat or the deer skin ou bien a thin cloth. Upon this seat, one should sit adopting the Padmasana pose. Padmasana, the right foot must be above the left and the left foot must be above the right. Et pas comment nous appelle un semi-Padmasana. But Padmasana qui nous tous les talons, ils paraissent là-haut. Right? That is the proper way. But if we can't, c'est comment nous capables. But even if we can't do that, sit en bas, we can sit on a chair. Right? The fingers of the hand must be in close touch. Nous parlons les doigts ouverts, la main bien fermée. And the hands should be placed in front. The eyes must be either half open or bien fully closed. Right? The teeth, the mouth, the stomach, the fingers, the back, the thighs, the knee, the calves, and the feet should be relaxed. That is, the whole body should be relaxed. Now, Sasiban procedures. After this, one has to meditate on one's own favorite. You want to meditate on Shiv, on this, on that, it's up to you, right? With Om added. We always chant, the Om is important to chant. While doing this, there should be no mental wanderings, like the monkey mind. It should be stable and quiet. No thought of past event should come in our mind. No trace of anger or hatred should come in our mind. No memory of sorrow should be there in the mind. This is a difficult state, right? But it comes with practice. And things will come. But we need to continue the practice then. There will be a time, no hatred, no memory of the past and all. We should only focus on what we are meditating upon. The best time for meditation is the quiet hours before dawn. Ça veut dire le matin, 3 heures du matin, entre 3 heures à 5 heures du matin. That is the best time, right? One can wake, let's say at 4 a.m. Let's say we get up. First of all, sleep has to be subdued. So, like we are always. In order to keep the hours unchanged, one may set alarm, right, and rise. Even then, if sleep continues to bother, its effect can be overcome by means of a bath in cold water. Parfois, quand nous levons la non comparée, we are still feeling that sleepy, al dormir le frais. Okay, of course, sommeil aller. Not that it is essential to bath, it is needed only when sleep gives much trouble, right? Bon, bien sûr, the body also should be clean, right? So we need that bath also. Mais bath is also important to get rid of sleep. Sadhakas all over the world. Sadhakas, which are kita sadhana. Meditation and all, tout ce qui nous fait dans la vie, c'est sadhana. All over the world, we naturally be engaged in japam and dhyanam. But first, one has to be clear about the purpose of dhyanam and japam. Nous ka faire oui, but nous ta connaît qui fait nous peut faire right? Without the knowledge of why are we doing the japam or the dhyanam, we can begin the japam and dhyanam, but pour arriver à un moment que nous n'est plus intéressant parce que we don't know our aim, right? So people begin japam and dhyanam believing them to be related to objective world, ça veut dire le monde matériel qui nous peut vivre, capable of satisfying worldly desires, and hoping to demonstrate their value by means of sensory gains. Inajumun fait comme ça qui fait dhyanam, japam, this pour la vie matérielle, but it does not function in that way, right? We do meditation to calm ourselves, to be good, to be a better person, to reach the supreme, to feel the peace within. Quand nous pouvons faire ça, automatiquement, le monde material world will change. Parce que since we are changing, we are becoming a better person, our material world also will change. Mais nous pas faire le contraire. Que nous pouvons faire meditation only to change the material world. Et là, après, goodness, calmness, vient après. Non. This is, Sai Baba says, this is a grave error. Japam and Dhyanam are for acquiring one-pointed attention on the Lord. One-pointed attention, focus the mind. Mind là, n'est pas disturbed du tout. Forecasting of sensory attachment. Nous évite ban sensual attachment. And for attaining joy, the bliss. The mind should not wander off in all directions when we are doing meditation. Si l'esprit là peut aller aussi, nous réamène l'esprit là. L'esprit là pourrait aller encore, il nous réamène. So this is called taming the mind. Concentration is necessary for all. It is the foundation of all successful endeavor. Whatever we need success in our life, concentration is important. Even when we have to study, concentration must be there. Without concentration, studies are impossible. So it is needed not only for dhyana, but even for worldly affairs and ordinary living. Let's say one day you are cooking, and if you don't concentrate on your cooking, dans place médicale ou méditique dans carré. So concentration is important in everything that we do. Whatever is the task that one is engaged in, if one does it with concentration, what will happen? We will develop self-confidence and self-respect, right? If we have that concentration. Ça veut dire méditation peut aussi donner self-confidence and self-respect. The mind may lean on either the good or the bad. Parfois, nous pensons good and bad, right? Concentrated attention must be employed to keep the mind attached only to good promptings. Means that pense only the good things. Success or failure is good. In the good task depend upon one-pointedness. So we need to tame our mind in such a way that les pensées c'est qui good. You know, parce que thoughts give thoughts give power. Tout ce qui nous pensons, eventually, ça même qui arrive, sooner or later, right? C'est comme si you're thinking too much about negative things. Good things will not happen in our life. If we think good things only will happen in our life. We at times in des choses qui arrivent which we can't stop. That is something else, but c'est ça qui nous attracted to. Ce qui nous était, we get attracted to that. If we are bad, we will get attracted to bad only, right? That's why that concentration is important. A mind la should have only good thoughts. When the heights of dhyana are reached, ça veut dire qu'on peut gradually evolve, becoming good in meditation. We are achieving the heights. This understanding becomes so strong that our lower nature is destroyed. Lower nature veut dire quoi? Bad nature, bad qualities. Tout commence destroy. Tant que nous avançons dans meditation, our lower nature will be destroyed. Et là qui restait, c'est this you. You veut dire moi, right? That is the teachings of Sai. So, quand il veut dire you, veut dire nous, là, right? So, qui restait finalement, c'est this moi. The I. And what is that I? That I is God. That I is not this body. The I is God. Means I am I. I am I means I am God. C'est ce qui restait, c'est Satyam, Satchidanand, Paramatma, or what you call Shivoham. This is our true essence, our true essence. And this is all through dhyana, meditation. Once that is reached, there is no meditation, no mediator, no dhyana, no dhyata. Dhyata veut dire c'est qui fait la méditation là. All merge into one. You know, as là, sinon as nous fait méditation, we have to struggle a lot to do it. But when we reach certain stages in meditation, nous pas pour besoin même comme si control the mind. Nous pas pour besoin quelque chose to meditate on, even the form of God. We won't need that. Nous passons là, we will already go in the trance of meditation, right? But it comes with practice. It's not as easy as I'm saying. That is the goal of the meditation, is the fruit of immortality, liberation. The yogi finishes his dhyana and moves among men, resplendent with divinity. Quand un yogi, c'est qui fait méditation, il finit faire sa méditation, he moves among men, good people, satsang. In him, the Vedas find fulfillment. In a yogi comme si his Vedas personified. Qui veut dire, he's himself Veda, parce qu'il met en pratique all the teachings of Veda, right? He's transformed in a pure being, right? He has all the capacity. You know, get Hanuman. Hanuman was able to grow big in size, to be smaller in size, to fly, to sa. Tout dimune na sa pouvoir. Not only Hanuman, you and I also, we have that. But we need to discover it. We need to meditate, to do good things, in a yoga, to sala pour faire, meditation pour faire. Then we can reach that stage also. Anyone can reach that, provided we are doing the right thing to reach there, the right effort, right? The dhyani considers the realization of atmic bliss as important. Comment dire, nous atma, is very blissful quand on finit faire meditation, ou bien quand nous faire meditation. But the promotion of the welfare of the world is also equally important. We can't just sit and do meditation. We need to maybe show the world also, ou bien work for the welfare of the Lord, of the world, sorry. Get comme un sannyasi, tout ça. Man sannyasi, le travail, c'est pas seulement sitting in the forest somewhere and doing meditation, but they have to work for the welfare of the world, of the society as well. When the knowledge worth, qui certain knowledge qui pas be useful for others, right? So even when we are doing meditation, with dhyana and all, very good, we need to do that, but it should be brought to the world as well, right? The verbal sins of false alarms, cruel speech, envious talk, and lies. The mental attitudes of greed, envy, and denial of God. The person intent on following dhyana must take care of every of these 10 enemies do not approach him. You know, nous avons beaucoup d'ennemis qui est là. Nous anger, nous jealousy, greed, envy, denial of God, cruel speech, etc. So when we are doing dhyana, we must try that these enemies that we have do not approach us, right? Comment on dit là, les pour venir, but nous avons bagaoli, right? Go away. Everything in this world is ephemeral. Ephemeral veut dire les temporaires. Les transitory veut dire les changer. Tout à fait changer dans le monde. Non, ils paraissent intacts, right? So if you desire to crave for something, seek the Lord who has no decline. Instead, if you crave for progeny, wealth, comfort, you will suffer miseries. The Lord is saying that tout à fait changer dans la vie est tout à fait temporaire. Everything is temporary. But since everything is temporary, wealth is temporary, comforts are temporary, why do we crave for that? Why do we want that? It's better to crave for the Lord. We want to get the Lord. We want to reach the Lord because the Lord is not temporary. God is not temporary. God is eternal. Ça veut dire ce qu'il veut faire nous comprendre, nous pouvons galoper un material which is very temporary, mais nous pouvons oublier ça element God là, which is eternal. Right? So one way to reach, bien sûr, dhyana. So to get immersed in this search and to forget the supreme and everlasting is indeed humiliating to man. Nous supposons feel humiliating quand nous pouvons exist derrière material things et nous pas get côté spiritual and God, right? Ignoring Madhav, who is Madhav, normalement c'est a name of Krishna, but it will refer to God. Ignoring Madhav, who is free from Maya, nous pouvons ignore God, right? And we are spending time in things which will get us trapped in Maya. Mais qui nous peut gagner finalement only sorrow. C'est pour ça we are not happy in our life, right? Bon, on peut dire oui, but I'm not saying you exactly, hein, parce que du général, I'm not pinpointing you. I guess you understand, right? So there is nothing here fit to be worshipped as eternal. Dans le monde matériel, comment dire, non, n'est pas éternel, right? Whomsoever you love, that love has to come to an end. It's true. We have so many relationships, right? So how foolish are we to lament, to desire things which are temporary? The wise man will therefore not pine over anyone due to attachment. Let all the pining and the attachment be for the Lord. If we want to be attached, let's be attached to the Lord, not to bad things or not to temporary things, right? You can behave only for a short time as if the house you are rented out is your own, for as soon as the period is over, it passes on to another. Right? But we don't realize it's only for a short period of time. Tomorrow the house will be for another one, not for us. The wife, the children, the relatives, they are here for all, we are all here for a short period of time. So why waste time in doing things which are not okay, which are not good? Let's realize that we have one goal, is to reach the light, is to reach God, and through meditation. Through the meditation, from tamas you become rajasic, from rajasic you develop sattva. Through meditation, it's still the same process here, right? Where we are going to develop that sattva in us, right? And this is through dhyana vyasya. We must cultivate good qualities. We must desire to be in good company, satsang, right? We must be doing seva and loving everyone, prema, loving everyone, every creature. Parce que quand on fait dhyana, it's not only sitting and thinking about God. Quand on fait dhyana, ça vous a reflété dans la vie. Il peut contenter tout le monde pareil, il peut faire service and all, right? Those who never speak of the Lord, those who are even not aware of Him, we are all bound in the bonds of samsara, means the cycle of birth and death. Nous pas capables liberate from that. We become dussang. Dussang veut dire being in the company of bad people, of wicked people, right? So if we want to get out from these situations, dhyana, namasmarana and dhyana, zut pour marche ensemble, no? Parce qu'il y a des gens qui sont matériel, and c'est que tu dis, alpha meditation, n'est pas vraiment possible. Mais si nous commençons à faire namasmarana, et avec ça nous fait dhyana, then things become easier for us. So instead of following this person and that person and taking devious roads and getting lost, it is best to have full faith in the God, in the Lord Himself. Rely on Him as if He is the mother, He is the father, He is the guru, He is the guide. Because He will never show us the wrong path. He will always show us the right path. Mais par contre, un camarade, un relative, il est capable de nous un advice qui d'après lui est bon, mais il n'est pas vraiment bon. Right? So we need to follow the Lord. C'est pour ça qu'il dit à nous aussi que, the best friend that we can have is God. Right? So if we are meditating upon God, it will be enough if we have love and faith. Prema means love and faith. Pareil comme en Japon, tu étais allé là, dhyana, c'est pour la même chose, right? So we observe that we do the meditation out of love and having full faith on God. We need to observe dhyana with innocence, with purity and humility. Bharadwaj was a rishi, was a sage. I put it like this. Rishi Bharadwaj studied the Vedas for 3 consecutive lives. 5 years, life, 3 naissances. Rishi Bharadwaj in apprend Vedas. When he was born a 4th time, he started reading again. 4e fois, il prend naissance, il recommence lire Veda encore. Ça veut dire he was only reading the Vedas. So Indra came to him and taught him the Brahma Vidya and confided him the secret of liberation. Then Bharadwaj put an end to his reading and entered upon hard concentrated dhyana. He realized the Atma. And he realized the Atma. Right. What we always say is that only reading is not good. Comme on dit là, non, nous avons this knowledge, mais c'est nous avons virtue. Only reading is not good, is not enough. Nous devons mettre en pratique. Et here, his practice, the Bharadwaj, his practice, he had to do dhyana. He was only reading. Reading was over, but still he was reading. But he was not practicing it. But then he practiced it. And when he practiced dhyana, he did his meditation, he realized the Atma, meaning self-realization. Right? It's not that reading Vedas are not important. They are important. They are important, the Vedas, the knowledge, but it should be into practice as well. The discipline of dhyanam must be rigorously followed. Rigorously means very strict with it. Dhyana, in fact, means discipline. discipline, regularity, steadiness, tout ça là, c'est ben meaning ou bien essentials of dhyana. So the one, the sadhaka, libisa ina tout ça dans the group, bien sûr, the one word for all here will be discipline. He needs to have that discipline in him. Sinon, dhyana does not become possible. Meditation does not become possible. Meditation is a spiritual discipline leading to self-realization. The spiritual discipline, not religious discipline. Simply closing one's eye and letting the mind wander about and play as per the winds is not meditation. Parfois, nous sommes tranquilles, oui, mais seulement nous l'esprit, puis à tout, nous pouvons penser à du monde qui dit moi là, nous pouvons penser à notre affaire. This is not called meditation. Meditation is when the mind becomes focused. Ou bien si nous pouvons penser aussi, et dans la méditation, comme tu dis, on pense, comme un de nos jours, in a war between Ukraine and Russia. So in meditation, you're thinking about the situation of Ukraine and Russia, and you're blessing the people there. Ça, c'est few forms of, ça can inform the meditation, right? Ça can in a format. But the thing is, the mind should not be wandering. Like the monkey from this place to another. Okay, it should be under control. That's why it is called the discipline. Only in the depth of silence that the voice of God can be heard. Silence here pa vidya sa tapas, lutu pe pasen and tapas. No, this is not about the noise. The noise lives within, right? The noise is within, like mon esprit, il peut travel partout. I'm thinking yesterday someone told me something, today someone else told me something, and au fait, effectivement, hier, je passe par une situation comme ça. But my mind was traveling a lot, and I had to basically control the mind itself, but it became difficult. I could not even sleep. But then, je me fais moi-même comprendre que things does not work like that. At times it happens, right? So the noise is tout ça man affaires qui nous pense là. C'est ça the noise. Mais quand nous tire tout ça man mauvaises affaires qui nous pense ici là-bas and all, there is silence. Then only we can hear the voice of God, right? So I say a few tips for beginner for meditation, like we said, the time. Bon, you can do that. We can do that anytime. Pas this en 3 à 6 heures du matin. But yes, this is the best time. The air is pure. Et as per the Hindu scripture, to travel, right? So the best time. But if we can't do it this time, we can do that anytime. Parce que prayer, Nam Smarana, can be done anytime, right? It is best to meditate before meals, right? Continuellement, so you know what we want to do. So it's good to meditate before meals. If one is hungry, have something light. Pour qui comment dire, nous peut pas focus parce que si nous avons faim, nous focus pour slow nous ventre that we are hungry. Nous pas focus on the right thing, right? One should not sit directly on the ground, sun in here, and currents which move to the earth, right? Energy will move to the earth. And we need to sit straight as well when we are meditating. Sitting straight, principalement à cause de nos colonnes vertébrales. Normalement, colonne vertébrale, même quand on est assis, il n'est pas supposé bend. Il est supposé rester tout le temps droite, right? Et aussi, qui nous appelle la Kundalini Shakti, qui reste un petit peu en bas que nos colonnes vertébrales, quand nous pouvons faire méditation, ça énergie là, li monter. Mais si nous narcisés, nous pas narcisse droite, énergie get stuck au milieu, quelque part, right? Dès là qui arrivait, nous gagnons douleur les dos, etc. Ou bien il y a du monde qui essaie de faire extreme meditation, mais the kundalini énergie arrête en place. Vous êtes capable de lose mental balance as well. Ça, c'est pas un extreme thing. But the body should be straight et nos colonnes vertébrales, bien sûr, les sont very much straight. Pour que l'énergie puisse passer. How long to meditate for a beginner? It can be 20 minutes to half an hour. Et dans du monde, je prends plus, il dépend de. Get comment Ramakrishna, he speaks in meditation for 3 days. He was at another level, right? So it depends on how many minutes he can, right? And we should be away from all disturbances like the phone, right? And the children, etc. There should be no disturbance. Parce que the noise, bien sûr, des surtout doorbell. Parfois, quand ça sonne, comme si you're well concentrated in something, then your phone rings or the doorbell. It's not a nice feeling. Take a minute or two to come out of that state of relaxation. Comment nous faire méditation, tout de suite, il faut pas nous lever. We need to take some time. Et dans du monde, quand je persiste de faire méditation, comment je finis? Parfois, je te massage, je te la tête un petit peu, je te pèse, je te l'écho un petit peu, right? Ça, c'est we loosen our limbs slowly and all. Parce qu'il est in a state of relaxation. Pareil, comment nous lever grand matin? Le soir, nous dormir, le matin, nous pour lever. It's not good comment nous léger ouvert tout de suite nous débouter. It's not good. We need to sit on the bed first. Les stades sont là circuler bien partout. Les là nous débouter, les là nous marcher. For meditation also, it is the same thing. Since meditation provides deep rest to the body and the mind, the beginner may become over-energetic. We become tired or bien sleepy during the practice. Right? L'autre fois là même, I was doing meditation avant-hier. C'est ce qui m'arrive dernier bout de meditation, mon casque and good, right? So it happens when we feel tired, especially feeling sleepy, right? And feeling over energetic, parce que quand on fait meditation, of course, we get energy. Mais parfois, nous arrive pour être beaucoup énergétique. That is why it is said, after meditation, comment méditation finit, it is good to do some physical exercise. Very light, but to do some physical exercise pour que si on a beaucoup l'énergie, là, les balancer, right? Baba says give and gain. One can give in many ways. Sometimes we wonder what can we give to God. Baba says that all he wants from us is love. In silent sitting, we are giving ourselves. We are pouring our hearts to God. Parce que sa dhyana, sa meditation, is in form of adoring the Supreme, of loving the Supreme, of a kind of bhakti, right? So, pas nécessairement que nous disons à la montagne, faire méditation, faire this and that. No, even at home sitting, just loving him in this way is enough, is bhakti. And the ultimate goal, moksha, self-realization, where we come in a state of Satchit Anand. Right? Satchit Anand means absolute bliss and consciousness. And this is through meditation. Right?